Hello everyone, it's me, Becky from Large Class, and I'm here to teach you some phonics today. We will be revisiting a digraph that we have learnt already, but it's one that is a little easy to forget, so hopefully with some extra practice we can remember it straight away when we see it. First of all, we will practice some familiar digraphs, or two letters making one sound, as well as some trigraphs, three letters making one sound. When you see the sound, say it quickly and don't worry if you forget. I'll be here to help. Okay, are you ready? Let's start. Did you get this one? That's right, it's O. What about this one? That's right, well done. Next one. You have a go first. Or. What about this one? Ow. This one. I hope you remember it. It's oi. And this one. This is a trigraph we've learned recently. Ear. And the next one. Don't worry if you can't remember it. This one is air. Your. This might be the last one. Did you have a go? It's Well done if you had a go. And well done if you got some of them right. Okay, so now we have three sight words coming up. Remember, we don't sound these words out when we say them. We read the whole word quickly. So try your best. Don't worry if you're not sure. Again, I'll be here to help you. Okay, so are you ready? Let's go. Okay, this word is said. Can you say that after me? Good. My mum said that she was hungry. Okay, next word. Are you ready? Okay, this word is have. Can you say that for me? I have lots of books in my bedroom. What about this one? Well done if you've got it. This one is like. Can you say that for me? Well done. I like to go running in the park. Okay, now we're going to think of some rhyming words. So I'm going to sound this word out. I'd like you to blend it for me. Are you ready? Burn. That's right. Now I want you to have a think about a word that rhymes with the word burn. And you can pause the video here and tell an adult. Okay, I thought of two words. I'm going to share them with you now, and I'd like you to repeat the rhyming string after me. Okay, ready? Burn, turn. I've also thought of another word, and I wonder if you got it too. Okay, let's say these two rhyming words together. My turn. Burn, learn. I wonder if you got some other rhyming words. Hopefully you did. Don't worry if you didn't. Okay, let's move on to the next part of our learning. Okay, so I've got two words that I'm going to robot and you're going to blend. So are you ready? Okay, I've got my robot hands out. Turn. Did you get it? Well done if you did. Okay, next word. I'm going to robot, you're going to blend. Okay. Burn. Did you get that one? Well done if you did. Remember, we don't say b, we say p. It's a quiet sound. Now it's your turn to get your robot hands out because I'm going to say the word and you're going to robot it. Okay? Are you ready? Okay, my turn. Burp. Let's do it together. Burp. Did you get that one right? Okay, next one, get your robot hands out again. Remember, I'm going to say the word and then you're going to robot it for me. Okay. Purple. Let's see if you got it right. Let's do it together. Oh, purple. Now remember, it's not p, it's p. It's a very quiet sound, so make sure you say that sound quietly. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so now I would like you to get your phoneme fingers out for me, please. And I would like you to get 3 phoneme fingers out first. 1, 2, 3 phoneme fingers. Okay, now I'm going to say a word. I'd like you to repeat the word, and I'd like you to sound the word out using your phoneme fingers. Are you ready? Okay, my turn. Curl. Okay, let's do that together. Let's see if you got the same sounds as I did. Ready? K, curl. Okay, what's the first sound in curl? I'd like you to tell an adult or to tell me. First sound in curl. Now, what's the second sound in curl? Again, tell an adult or tell me. That's right, it's and the first sound is k. Now, what about that last sound, that third sound? Tell an adult what you think that sound is, the last or the third sound in curl. That's right, it's all. Well done if you got that right. Okay, now I'd like you to get 4 phoneme fingers out for our next word. 1, 2, 3, 4 phoneme fingers. And just like before, I'm going to say the word first, you're going to repeat it, and then you're going to sound out the word using your phoneme fingers. Are you ready? My turn. Burst. Shall we see if you got it right? Let's do it together. Ready? Burst. Okay. I want you to have a think about what the last sound in burst is, and I want you to tell your adult or tell me the last sound in burst. That's right, it's t. Now have a think, what could be the first sound in burst? Tell your adult. That's right, it's p. What about the third sound in burst? That's right, it's s. And what about the second sound in burst? Excellent, well done if you got it right, it's Okay, I'm going to move on to the next part of our lesson now. We are going to have a look at some pictures and have a think about some words to match the pictures. So I want you to have a look at that picture in the top left-hand corner, that orange picture. I wonder if you can guess what word this is. Pause the video and tell your adult. Let's see if you got it right. It's fur. Can you repeat that word for me? Well done. Now I want you to have a look at the picture of the man in the water. I want you to think about what this word could be. Tell your adult. That's right, the word is surf. This man is surfing in the sea. Okay, now have a look at the bottom 2 pictures and have a look at the picture of the hair. I want you to think about what that word could be. Tell your adult or tell me. Let's see if you got it right. That word is curl. Can you repeat that for me? And now we have one more word left. It's a root vegetable. Some of you might have seen it before, maybe you haven't. If you haven't seen it before and you don't know what it is, don't worry. Take your best guess and tell your adult or tell me. And you can pause the video here if you'd like to. Let's see if you got it right. This is a turnip. Can you repeat that word for me? Wonderful. So Now I'd like you to have a look at these 4 words, and I'd like you to have a think about what you notice about these words. What do you think is the same about them? What's different about them, and do you think there's an odd one out? So I'd like you to pause the video here and tell your adult what you notice. Did you notice that all of the words have the sound in them? I've noticed that not all of the words have the sound in the same place. So let's see where the sound comes in each of these words. So have a look at the picture of the fur, and I want you to point to it. Now, does the sound come at the beginning, the middle, or the end of the word? I'd like you to tell your adult or to tell me. That's right, it comes at the end of the word, doesn't it? Now I want you to point to the picture of surf, or the word surf. Have a think, does the sound come at the beginning of the word, or in the middle, or does it come at the end of the word? Have a think and tell your adult. That's right, it comes in the middle of the word, doesn't it? So it's a bit different to the word fur. Now I want you to point to the word curl, the picture of the hair. Again, have a think. Does the sound come at the beginning of the word, or in the middle, or does it come at the end of this word? Tell your adult or tell me. That's right, it comes in the middle of this word again, doesn't it? Now, what about the word turnip? Have a look at that root vegetable, that last picture. What do you notice about where the sound is coming? Is it coming in the beginning, at the beginning of the word, or in the middle of the word, or is it coming at the end of the word? Tell your adult or tell me. That's right, it's coming in the middle of the word again. So usually, if we write a word with the you are making the sound in it, it comes in the middle of the word usually. Sometimes it can come at the end of the word, like the word fur. Sometimes it can come at the beginning of a word, but not very often. It usually comes in the middle of the word, or sometimes at the end of a word. Okay, time to move on. We've seen this digraph before, haven't we? We're going to be learning it again. The U and the R making the sound. So I'd like you to repeat some sentences after me. My turn. You are Now I want you to say it to the ceiling. You are Now say it to the floor. You are Now say it to your adult. You are Well done. Can you tell your adult what sound this digraph is? Well done. It makes the sound. Okay, so now we are going to have a go at writing our digraph, our letters U and R. And I'd like you to get a pen and a piece of paper or a pencil if you haven't got that in front of you already, and you can pause the video here and get yourself sorted. Or you can take a whiteboard and a pen if you have one. So I'm going to write the letter U first, and I'd like you to watch how I write it, and then I'd like you to have a go. Are you ready? So when we write the letter U, we go down first, then up, and then down, and there's a little flip at the end. Okay, so you can see the body of my letter U is sitting on the line, isn't it? Now it's time to write the R next. So we go down first, and remember we need to make sure our letter R is the same height as our letter U. That's very important. So watch me first and then you have a go, okay? Go down, and then up, and then round. And you can see that my U and my R, they're both sitting on the line, aren't they? They're not under the line, they're not floating above the line, they're sitting on the line, and they're the same height. So I want you to check your letters, and I want you to see if they look like mine. And if they don't, it's okay. you can have another practice. Okay, lovely. So I'd like you to put your pen and paper away now, because we are going to read some words in a moment. So when you see the words on the screen, I'd like you to look at the letters, make the sounds, and then blend the sounds together. So we're going to have a go at sounding out each letter, and you can robot if you like, and then blending. So are you ready? Okay, let's do it together. First word. Look at the letters, make the sounds, blend the sounds together. Okay, hopefully you've had a go. Now I'm going to have a go, and I want to see if you said it like I said it. Okay, ready? Fur. Well done if you got that right. Next word. Look at the letters, make the sounds, and then blend the sounds together. Well done. Now I'm going to show you how I do it. Ready? Surf. I wonder if that was the same as what you did. Hopefully it was. Okay, next word. You have a go, sounding out the word and blending it first. You might want to pause the video if you'd like to. Okay, now it's my turn. Curl. Then we've got another word that we're going to sound out and blend. So have a look at each letter and then sound them out before you blend them. Okay, now it's my turn. Burn. Okay, well done. You read those words right. Now, I'm going to read a sentence. But first of all, you're going to have a go at reading the sentence. So I'd like you to look at the words. Some of them you might be able to say straight away because they're sight words. Some of them you might need to sound out to read. I want you to have a go reading the sentence to your adult, and then if you finish, I want you to point to the picture that it matches. Okay? Pause the video and have a read. Okay, now it's my turn. Let's see if you read it like I read it. So the first word, they. I'm going to look at the second word. I might sound this one out. Took. So I'm going to go back to the beginning now. They took. Next word, that's a. Now the next word, I'm going to sound this one out. Turn. Now I'm going to go back to the beginning of the sentence and I'm going to read it by remembering those words that I've just read. They took a turn, and then the next word, in. The next word is a sight word, I can say that straight away, the. And then the last word, I might sound that one out to help me. Surf. Now I'm going to read the sentence all the way from the beginning. Maybe you can read it with me. I'd love to hear you. Are you ready? They took a turn in the surf. So I want you to point to the picture that matches the sentence. Did you point to all the surfers surfing in the sea? I hope you did, because that's the right one. Okay. Did you notice that I didn't have to sound out the sight words, they or the? I wonder if you said those sight words quickly too. Remember, only sound out the words if it helps you to read them. You might know how to read the words straight away without having to sound them out first. Okay, are you ready for our next sentence? Off we go. So, pause the video, read the sentence to your adult, and then we'll see if you got it right. Point to the picture that matches the sentence. Okay, now I'm going to read it. Let's see if your sentence matches my sentence. Now that first word is a sight word, so I don't need to sound that one out. That one is we. Might sound this one out to help me. The second word, chop, chop. Now the third word, up, up. Now I'm going to go back to the beginning again. Now I can remember these words. We chop up. Now we've got a sight word, haven't we? I know this one, the. And now I'm going to look at the last word. I might sound it out because it's a bit long and I'm not sure if I can get that straight away. So, it, turnip. And we've read that word before, haven't we? We saw a picture of a turnip earlier. So now I'm going to read the whole sentence from the beginning, and I'd love it if you could read it with me. Okay, are you ready? Let's say it together. 3, 2, 1. We chop up the turnip. Now point to the picture that this sentence matches. Now I hope you're pointing to the picture of the turnip with the knife chopping the turnip. Well done if you were able to read that sentence right. Don't worry if you didn't. Practice is very important, and as long as you're practicing and trying your best, that's what matters. Okay, now it's time for the last bit of our learning. So I want you to get your whiteboard and your pen, or your piece of paper and your pen or your pencil ready so we can do some writing. Okay, so we are going to say the word first, then we're going to robot the word, and then we're going to write down the word. Okay, so I want you to have a look at that top picture, the orange picture. Remember that word was fur, don't we? Okay, so let's say the word, robot it, and then I'd like you to write it. Ready? Fur. Let's robot it. Fur. Now it's your turn to write it. Pause the video here, and I want you to write down the word fur. You've got the sound mat to help you. Okay, now it's time to write our second word. Can you see the picture of the hair? We remember that word, don't we? Can you tell your adult what that word was? That's right, it was curl. So let's say the word, robot it, and then write it. My turn. Curl. Let's robot it. Curl. Now I'd like you to write down that word. Pause the video if you need some time. Okay, so I hope that when you wrote fur, that your F was nice and tall, and then your U and your R were a little bit shorter, at the same height as each other. Okay? And now with the word curl, I hope that your C was on the line, that your U and your R were all the same height as your C, and then your L, your curl, that last sound, that L needs to be nice and tall. So can you check your words to check that your letters are formed correctly? Well done if they are. Okay, so now I would like you to write a sentence. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a sentence and you are going to repeat the sentence and then you're going to write the sentence, and you can use the sound mat to help you, and there's a sight word mat underneath to help you as well if you get stuck. Okay, so my sentence, are you ready for it? Okay, my sentence is, can you see the curl in the fur? Can you repeat that sentence for me, please? Excellent. Can you see the curl in the fur? Okay, now what I'd like you to do is pause the video. Remember to use your sounds, use your sound mat and your sight word mats on the screen if you need some help. And then I'd like you to write the sentence and remember your finger spaces. Okay, have a go. I'm going to have a go too. Okay, so I'm going to show you my sentence and I wonder if it looks like yours. So we've got can and then a finger space before the sight word you, and I can see that sight word on my screen. That helped me write the word you. And then C, remember that's got two E's in it. It's a digraph. And then the. That sight word is on my sight word mat, so I knew how to spell that. Curl. Now we just spelled that word, didn't we? And I remembered it. In the fur. Now, have I got my sentence right? Is there something I might be missing? Can you have a think and tell your adult if there's something you think I might be missing? There is something that I'm missing. And it's a question mark. That's right, it's a question. It needs a yes or a no answer, this question, so we don't put a full stop there, we put a question mark instead. Okay, so just check your sentence to make sure that you've got all your words spelled correctly. And don't worry if you didn't get all of the words quite right. It's perfectly fine as long as you are using your sounds and trying your best. Okay, you might want to pause the video here. Right, so now I'm going to leave you with a challenge. If you want to challenge yourself further, then I'd like you to write your own sentence using some words that we have practiced today. You might want to add the word and or the word but to make your sentence really long. I'd like you to take a photo of whatever sentence you write and upload it to Class Dojo so that we can have a read. I hope that you have enjoyed your phonics learning today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon. Okay, bye everybody.